U.S. President Donald Trump eyeing major economic deals in the Gulf as he begins his four-day tour across the Middle East. It's his first official state visit since returning to the White House. Saudi Arabia rolling out the purple carpet when Mr. Trump landed in Riyadh. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman delivering a rare personal greeting on the tarmac before an official ceremony at the royal court. Mr. Trump will address an investment forum with business leaders in attendance, including advisor Elon Musk. The U.S. president hoping to secure $1 trillion in Saudi investments for American industries. That comes beyond the $600 billion already pledged. Our AP correspondent John Gambrell with this report.
U.S. President Donald Trump has arrived in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He arrived on Air Force One and was met plainside by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And it was a different Prince Mohammed than we've seen in recent years. Prince Mohammed has seen his tenure as the second most powerful person in the kingdom overshadowed by the killing of Jamal Khashoggi in 2018, as well as the Saudi-led war in Yemen that saw a lot of civilian casualties in airstrikes. But this Crown Prince today was boisterous. He was shaking hands with President Trump, very animated, talking to him as they had Arabic tea, and they later went to a palace near where I am here in Riyadh. They met with a series of U.S. business people, including Elon Musk and Sam Altman of OpenAI, just the bevy of U.S. officials who are here both in the government sector and in the private sector show that the focus of this trip for President Trump is on business. Trump wants to see deals done, and Saudi Arabia has promised to invest some $600 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. Now, that's a pretty ambitious target. Saudi Arabia, like all these other Gulf Arab countries, are dealing with lower oil prices. Those prices are key for Saudi Arabia to be able to build its planned futuristic city of Neom and also host the 2034 FIFA World Cup, which is going to require Saudi Arabia to build a lot of stadiums here and a lot of infrastructure. But the trip so far for Trump is focused on business, but the Saudis also have concerns as well about Israel's ongoing war against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. That war has been raging, and just before Trump arrived here in Riyadh, we did see Hamas release the last living American hostage held there. Hamas described that as being a goodwill gesture towards Trump, but it's likely that the war is going to come up. There are other regional concerns as well. Iran's nuclear program, the Iranians and the Americans are continuing to negotiate potentially over Iran limiting or ending its enrichment of uranium in exchange for the lifting of economic sanctions. Those talks are still ongoing, but the Gulf Arabs do want to see some sort of deal across the line. They want to see the region calm down after just the chaos that has emerged here after the start of the Israel-Hamas war back on October 7th of 2023 with that Hamas attack on Israel. So I'm right now in a conference center where Donald Trump is going to appear in a short time. He's going to discuss these business deals that he's hoping to get. He'll be underneath these crystal chandeliers and in this ornate structure here. And it's exactly what Trump likes. He wants to make deals, and the Saudis want to make deals with him. Trump will then go on to Qatar and the United Arab Emirates as part of this trip, which is his first major trip as U.S. president.
Well, we're joined by Nick Harper live from Washington, D.C. Nick, of course, Riyadh was Mr. Trump's first destination in his first foreign trip when he was president the first time around. This is, again, his first destination in his second time around in the White House. We just heard our AP correspondent laying out the context of this visit. The world has changed. That's stating the obvious. Mr. Trump himself, his take on leadership has changed since 2017. How would this trip be different from the one in 2017?
Well, we see some similarities, but also some differences. Last time around, he visited Saudi Arabia and Israel. This time around, there is no Israel in this visit, and that has raised concerns about why he's bypassing the country and also raising some doubts about whether it is still on his priority list. What is certainly on his priority list is deal-making. And I think what we're going to see in stark contrast to last time around is that deal-making this time round will be in overdrive. He is hoping to reap more than $1 trillion of investment from Saudi Arabia alone. We could see in the region of $3 trillion invested by these three countries in the United States as part of deals that he manages to secure. It's all about economic investment. As we heard, Saudi Arabia has already pledged $600 billion. Donald Trump wants to up that to over $1 trillion. And we already during the course of today, we'll have the Saudi-US Investment Forum taking place. But there is some criticism about whether Donald Trump is also trying to profit off the presidency during the course of this trip. Bear in mind that all three of these Gulf nations that he is visiting has Trump-related projects either already in the works, underway, or already having been built. These are things like Trump Towers, Trump-branded golf courses, major economic development projects which are taking place with Donald Trump's name front and center. Just a few weeks ago, his son Eric Trump was in Qatar agreeing a $5.5 billion deal that'll have Trump branding on it. And at that time, Eric Trump said that Gulf leaders have a true friend in the White House. So Donald Trump certainly making deals to try and help the United States, but questions whether he's also looking for deals in the background that will help his family and his future business interests.
Well, Nick, certainly not helping suspicions that Mr. Trump could be, and I quote you, profiting off his presidency. Reports of this gift from the Qatari royal family of a $400 million luxury plane, which Mr. Trump has suggested he will accept as a gift. Already critics raising ethical, legal and national security concerns.
Yeah, and Wesley, to add to that list, constitutional concerns as well. Some of the critics, even from within his own party, even social media influencers who up until now have been backing him. Some of them in videos that they've posted online have suggested that it is a bribe, that it is indefensible, that it is a stain on the Trump administration, questioning what Donald Trump would say and do if it was the other way around, if Joe Biden was the person accepting this luxury airliner. But certainly hugely problematic from a constitutional perspective. Written into the Constitution, US presidents cannot accept foreign gifts from foreign governments and foreign countries unless it is first approved by Congress. And therefore, this is raising worries and concerns, potentially running foul to the Constitution and questioning what exactly Qatar would get in return. Would they get more influence from the Trump administration for potential future deals? Donald Trump, though, defending it all, saying it is a contribution, saying it is a transparent transaction, and also saying that he would be stupid to turn down this $400 million luxury airliner because he fears it will help the American people by being turned into Air Force One for him to use during the rest of his presidency.
Oh, thanks. Nick Harper, live from Washington, D.C., as the U.S. president starts his Middle East tour.